Did you know that by the time you reach 80, you might have lost nearly half of your muscle mass compared to when you were younger? This condition is known as sarcopenia, and it robs millions of seniors around the world of their independence. In fact, over 50 million older adults are affected by it. Weak muscles lead to falls, and every year, more than 300,000 seniors end up hospitalized due to injuries from those falls. But here's something that might surprise you. Severe muscle loss is not inevitable. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Physiology reveals that some people in their 70s and even 80s maintain the strength, function, and even physical appearance of someone decades younger. While many their age struggle to climb stairs or rise from a chair, these super-agers continue to hike, ski, and outperform people half their age in strength tests. So, what's their secret? Here's the shocking part. 93% of seniors don't know the habits that can delay or even reverse age-related muscle loss. According to scientists at the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School, there are specific, science-backed lifestyle changes that preserve muscle and keep you active into your 90s. Unfortunately, many doctors overlook these important strategies, even though they can mean the difference between living independently or relying on others for daily help. Let's dive in. And before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more life-changing health content. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Habit number 1, hormetic stress. This might sound complex, but it's one of the most powerful tools super-agers use. Hormesis is the idea that low doses of certain stressors can actually make the body stronger. Think of it like a vaccine. A small challenge triggers protective response. The Buck Institute for Research on Aging found that brief exposure to stress can boost cellular defense systems, helping muscles maintain strength and function, even in older adults. 2 common hormetic stressors used by strong seniors are cold exposure. Ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or doing short cold plunges activates brown fat, increases mitochondrial function, and releases adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscle from breaking down. Heat exposure. Regular sauna or hot tub use helps by activating heat shock proteins that repair and protect muscle cells. A Finnish study found that people who use saunas 4 to 7 times a week had 40% less muscle loss than those who didn't. Habit number 2, intermittent fasting. Many super-agers follow a form of intermittent fasting, eating all their meals within an 8 to 10 hour window each day. This practice boosts autophagy, a cellular cleaning process, and improves mitochondrial health, leading to better muscle quality without significant weight loss. In fact, a study from the Salk Institute showed that this approach can increase muscle mitochondrial activity by up to 10% in just 12 weeks. Habit number 3, muscle contraction workouts. Short, intense exercises, known as overcoming isometrics, are key. This involves pushing or pulling against an immovable object with maximum force for just 5 to 10 seconds. It's brief, safe for the joints, and signals your muscles to stay large and strong. Unlike traditional workouts, these contractions are done sporadically. That short burst of controlled stress is what activates longevity genes like FOXO and sirtuins, which work to preserve muscle mass as we age. Habit number 4, strategic recovery. Hormetic stress only works if you give your body time to recover. These seniors don't overwhelm their system. They balance periods of stress with ample recovery, allowing their muscles to heal and grow stronger. The key isn't intensity, it's balance. Habit number 5, protein timing. Most people focus on how much protein they eat. But for seniors, when you eat your protein is just as important. As we age, our body becomes less efficient at using protein, a condition called anabolic resistance. That's why it's essential to spread protein intake evenly throughout the day instead of consuming it all in one meal. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition suggests that distributing protein across 3 meals leads to better muscle synthesis than loading it into a single serving. There's also a 3 to 4 hour window after a workout when muscle protein synthesis peaks. Eating protein during that window can significantly boost muscle repair and growth. Habit number 6, avoiding the muscle-killing mistake. Here's something most people get wrong: sitting too much. Prolonged inactivity sends a message to your body to break down muscle, activating genes that accelerate atrophy. You can reverse this trend by breaking up long periods of sitting with small movements, stretching, light walking, or even standing for a few minutes every hour. It may seem simple, but this one adjustment can be a powerful safeguard against age-related muscle loss. Habit number 7, lifestyle movement. Lastly, superagers don't rely on workouts alone. They move throughout the day, gardening, climbing stairs, walking, carrying groceries. These natural movements stimulate your muscles regularly and help maintain overall function and strength. Final thoughts. These 7 habits are the real reason why some seniors continue to thrive well into their 80s and 90s, while others struggle with basic tasks. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Start small. Incorporate one new habit at a time. Cold showers, protein timing, a walk after dinner. They all add up. These practices don't require expensive equipment or gym memberships, just commitment and consistency. How seniors can build muscle, boost strength, and stay independent longer. As we age, maintaining muscle isn't just about looking fit. It's essential for preserving independence, reducing the risk of falls, and living a longer, healthier life. Yet many seniors unknowingly make lifestyle choices that prevent them from keeping or building muscle. Let's explore 4 key strategies that can help anyone over 60 stay strong, energized, and resilient. 1. Spread protein intake throughout the day. Most seniors make the mistake of eating the majority of their protein at dinner. This pattern starves your muscles throughout the day and limits muscle growth. Here's the better strategy. Divide your protein intake evenly across all meals. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That means starting your day not with toast or cereal, but with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. At lunch and dinner, include lean meats, fish, dairy, beans, or lentils. Why is this so powerful? A study by the University of Texas showed that older adults who spread their protein evenly gained 1.2 pounds of muscle in 12 weeks, without changing anything else in their lives. That's because muscle protein synthesis, or the process by which your body builds muscle, works better when protein intake is balanced throughout the day. So don't just eat enough protein. Time it wisely. 2. Optimize vitamin D levels, the muscle vitamin. Did you know that more than 80% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D? And that this deficiency isn't just hurting your bones, it's quietly weakening your muscles? Research from Harvard University shows that vitamin D activates the genes responsible for building muscle. Your muscle cells contain receptors for vitamin D that, when activated, kick off processes vital to muscle strength and repair. A landmark study in JAMA Internal Medicine found that seniors with ideal vitamin D levels had 25% greater muscle strength, faster reaction time, and better balance compared to those who were deficient. All of these are crucial for preventing falls. Vitamin D deficiency is defined as having levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, Ing/ml. Ideally, you want to be above 40 nanograms per milliliter. These are the levels often found in so-called superagers, people who age well without the usual physical decline. Unfortunately, your skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight drops by 50% between the ages of 20 and 65. So while 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun exposure is helpful, it's often not enough. Most seniors need 2,000 to 4,000 IU, international units, of vitamin D daily through supplements. But always get a blood test first to determine your current level. Also, don't forget vitamin K2. Found in fermented foods and animal products, K2 helps guide calcium into bones rather than arteries. Taking high doses of vitamin D without enough K2 could lead to calcified arteries. So, combine these nutrients wisely. 3. Control inflammation, the silent muscle killer. There's a word scientists now use to describe a major cause of aging: inflammaging. It refers to low-grade, chronic inflammation that slowly breaks down your body, especially your muscles. Even if you exercise and eat enough protein, high inflammation levels can still prevent your body from building muscle. A Tufts University study found that seniors with the highest inflammation lost muscle mass 3 times faster than those with the lowest. So, how do the healthiest elders, those who maintain muscle well into their 70s and 80s, keep inflammation low? First, they prioritize high-quality sleep. They go to bed at the same time every night. sleep in complete darkness, and aim for 7 to 8 hours. Sleep deprivation can raise inflammatory cytokines by up to 40%, which directly leads to muscle loss. Second, they maintain a healthy gut microbiome. Aging naturally alters gut bacteria, increasing systemic inflammation. But diets rich in plant-based foods, 30-plus varieties per week, and fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut restore gut balance and reduce inflammation. Third, they stay active but smartly. While daily movement is key, they avoid overly intense workouts that may backfire by increasing stress and inflammation. They focus on planned, sustainable movement, including strength training, light cardio, stretching, and regular walking. Final thoughts. Timing, nutrients, and daily habits matter. It's easy to think muscle loss is just a part of aging, but research shows it doesn't have to be. You can retain or even grow muscle well into your senior years if you make the right changes. Here's a quick recap. Eat 25-30 g of protein at each meal, not just dinner. Optimize your vitamin D and K2 intake to activate muscle-building genes. Manage inflammation daily with better sleep, gut health, and mindful movement. These small, consistent actions add up. A stronger body leads to fewer falls, more independence, and a longer, healthier life. You don't need to overhaul everything. Just start with one step today. As we age, maintaining strength, energy, and independence becomes more than just a goal. It's a necessity. Some people, known as superagers, defy the odds and stay remarkably fit, sharp, and active well into their later years. But what's their secret? Today, we're going to explore the science-backed habits of superagers that help them preserve not just their muscles, but also their brain function, mobility, and vitality. And the good news? These strategies aren't limited to the elite. You can start implementing them today. Let's begin with habit number 1, managing inflammation through smart lifestyle choices. Superagers understand that chronic inflammation is one of the most silent and destructive forces when it comes to aging. It quietly eats away at muscle tissue, reduces joint flexibility, and can impair mental clarity. While many think intense workouts are the key to staying youthful, superagers tend to do things differently. Instead of pushing their bodies to the edge every day, they engage in moderate exercise most days of the week. They include short bursts of high-intensity movement once or twice a week, enough to spark adaptation without overwhelming their system. But it's not just about exercise. What you consume plays a massive role. Superagers often include potent anti-inflammatory nutrients in their diet, such as omega-3 fatty acids, about 2 to 3 grams per day, usually from fatty fish like salmon or high-quality supplements. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, known for its ability to reduce inflammation markers in the body. Polyphenol-rich foods, think of vibrant berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. These foods help reduce oxidative stress, another major aging contributor. In fact, researchers at the University of California found that due to age-related changes in gut bacteria, inflammatory markers can spike by 29% in just 12 weeks. This highlights the importance of keeping inflammation in check. A simple blood test, called high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, hsCRP, can show how inflamed your body is. While the average senior has levels 3 to 5 times higher, superagers consistently keep their levels under 1 milligrams per liter. Habit number 2, prioritizing key micronutrients to maximize muscle health. While the mainstream diet advice often focuses on macronutrients like protein, carbs, and fats, superagers pay close attention to micronutrients, the vitamins and minerals that act as facilitators. These are essential for proper protein synthesis and muscle function. Without them, even a high-protein diet and regular exercise won't prevent muscle loss. One standout is magnesium, often called the forgotten electrolyte. This mineral is vital for over 300 enzymatic reactions, many of which are directly related to muscle performance. Sadly, more than 70% of older adults don't get enough magnesium. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with adequate magnesium had a 30% stronger grip and significantly better physical function. To correct this, superagers often supplement with magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate, and they eat magnesium-rich foods daily, such as dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and even dark chocolate. Next up is creatine. While commonly linked to bodybuilding, creatine has proven benefits for older adults as well. According to research from McMaster University, taking 3 to 5 grams of creatine daily, without a loading phase, significantly improved muscle mass, strength, and even cognitive function in seniors. Then there's vitamin B12, especially in its methylated form, methylcobalamin. As we age, stomach acid production declines, making it harder to absorb B12. Plus, widely used medications like metformin and proton pump inhibitors further deplete this vitamin. A deficiency in B12 can affect energy levels and nerve health. Superagers often avoid the cheaper synthetic form, cyanocobalamin, and instead choose the active methylcobalamin for better absorption. Also crucial are trace minerals such as zinc, selenium, and chromium, which help support insulin sensitivity and nutrient transport to muscles. A comprehensive study from Tufts University linked optimal levels of these minerals to a 22% increase in muscle maintenance over 5 years. The best approach? Micronutrient testing. Rather than guessing or relying on generic multivitamins, superagers often test to find out what their bodies truly need, saving money and avoiding unnecessary supplementation. Habit number 3, strengthening neuromuscular connections. Most people think aging muscles simply shrink, but there's more going on behind the scenes. What often weakens first is a connection between your muscles and your nervous system, known as neuromuscular junctions. Think of these as electrical sockets that power your muscles. When they degrade, no amount of protein or strength training will be effective unless that brain-to-muscle signal is strong. Fascinating new research from the University of Michigan reveals that superagers maintain significantly healthier neuromuscular connections than the average senior. How? Through 2 main strategies. First, they regularly perform coordination-based activities. These exercises challenge both the brain and body, reinforcing the neural pathways that control movement. Activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, ping pong. These may seem recreational, but they are powerful tools for preserving motor control. A 2020 study found that older adults who participated in coordination-heavy exercises twice a week preserved their neuromuscular connections 31% better than those doing conventional workouts alone. Second, superagers often use specific supplements that support nerve health. 2 compounds in particular stand out. Alpha-lipoic acid, a potent antioxidant that helps protect nerve tissue from oxidative damage. The acetyl-L-carnitine, an amino acid derivative that supports energy production in nerve cells and improves signaling efficiency. Together, these compounds can enhance communication between the brain and muscles, helping preserve the agility and reaction time that most seniors lose with age. In summary, superagers aren't just lucky, they're intentional. They monitor and manage inflammation, ensure they get the right micronutrients for muscle health, and actively protect the communication lines between their brain and muscles. By incorporating coordination-based movement and targeted nutrition, they remain sharp, strong, and independent. If you're aiming for longevity with quality, not just years, but energy and clarity in those years, then these habits are the blueprint. It's never too late to start making changes, and it's never too early either. Stay informed, stay moving, and stay young at heart. And remember, taking care of your body now is the best investment for your future. How some 80-year-olds stay remarkably strong. The 7 habits that make the difference. Can aging actually make you stronger? Sounds unlikely, but for a unique group of older adults known as superagers, it's not just possible, it's real. These individuals are in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, yet they move, lift, and think like they're decades younger. What's their secret? Science shows it's not genetics alone. It's their daily habits that make the difference. Let's explore the powerful practices that preserve their strength, sharpen their minds, and keep their independence intact. 1. Boosting the brain-muscle connection. As we age, one of the earliest signs of decline is the weakening of the neuromuscular connection, the link between your brain and your muscles. But here's the good news. You can protect and even improve this connection. Certain forms of vitamin B1, like benfotiamine and huperzine, derive from Chinese club moss, help increase acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for muscle movement. What's even more exciting is how breathing techniques can support this connection too. Deep breathing activates the vagus nerve, which helps regulate how your brain signals your muscles. Practicing just 5 minutes a day of box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4, can boost neuromuscle activation by up to 15%. Mental exercise is equally powerful. A study from Columbia University found that older adults who regularly engaged in mentally challenging tasks maintain better muscle function because the brain and muscles share neural pathways. Keeping the mind sharp helps preserve strength. 2. Resistance training, the ultimate anti-aging habit. Among all habits, one stands above the rest: resistance training. According to researchers at Tufts University, this is the most powerful anti-aging medicine available. Yet most seniors don't use it effectively. They either skip it entirely or stick with light weights and low intensity, missing out on its real benefits. Superagers do things differently. They focus on progressive resistance training, that is, gradually increasing difficulty over time. Let's break this down. Intensity over duration. Studies showed just 2 weeks of high-intensity training to muscle failure beats 5 weeks of moderate workouts. Failure means you perform an exercise until you can't do another rep with proper form, what exercise scientists call transient muscle failure. This sparks muscle growth for up to 72 hours. Compound movements matter. Instead of isolated exercises like bicep curls, superagers focus on compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, rows, presses that activate multiple muscle groups. These movements trigger stronger hormonal responses and build real-world strength. Progressive overload. Muscles adapt quickly. Doing the same workout with the same weights for months won't maintain strength. Superagers track their workouts and slowly increase weight reps or difficulty to keep progressing. Focus on eccentrics. That's the lowering phase of a lift, like bringing a dumbbell down in a bicep curl. Lowering weights slowly places more tension on the muscles and less on the joints. This is especially helpful for older adults trying to rebuild strength without risking injury. 3. Stunning results from late starts. Think you're too old to start? Think again. A groundbreaking study from the University of Alabama showed that older adults who began a 12-week progressive resistance program gained 3.3 pounds of muscle, increased strength by 35%, and improved cognitive function, bone density, and blood sugar levels. It's never too late to build a stronger body and a sharper mind. 4. Avoiding the most common mistake. What holds most seniors back? Fear. Many believe resistance training is risky or not meant for their age group. But here's the truth. Not training is the real danger. Without resistance training, muscle loss accelerates, increasing the risk of falls, fractures, and dependence on others. You don't need a gym full of equipment. Start with bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or light weights at home. And if you're unsure where to begin, consult a certified trainer who can tailor a program to your level and help you build up safely. 5. Just 2 sessions a week can change everything. Superagers aren't training like athletes. Most of them simply commit to 2 30-minute sessions per week of targeted, progressive resistance training. That's all it takes to make a dramatic difference. These sessions, when done with intention, improve balance, coordination, joint health, and bone strength, crucial elements for aging well. 6. Mental habits that matter. Superagers not only work their bodies, they work their minds. Puzzles, language learning, strategy games, reading complex material. All of these stimulate the brain in ways that reinforce neuromuscular communication. Just like with muscle, your brain also follows a use it or lose it rule. Keeping it active improves everything from coordination to memory, and yes, even muscular strength. 7. Breathe better, move better. As mentioned earlier, breathing plays a key role. Techniques like diaphragmatic breathing and box breathing activate the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the body and improving muscle activation. You don't need expensive equipment, just your breath. Start with a few minutes each morning or before a workout. You'll not only feel more centered, but also support your strength from the inside out. In conclusion, so there you have it, the 7 habits that help some 80-year-olds remain impressively strong. Support the brain-muscle connection. Do resistance training with progressive overload. Use compound and eccentric movements. Focus on intensity, not just repetition. Engage in mental challenges. Practice deep breathing daily. Avoid the mistake of underestimating yourself. You don't have to do all of these at once. Pick just one to start today, maybe breathing exercises or a single strength move like bodyweight squats. Build slowly. Stay consistent. Remember, strength builds independence. What you do now can shape how you move, think, and live decades from today. Your turn. Are you practicing any of these 7 habits already? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know someone over 70 or 80 who's still incredibly strong? Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your story. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more health insights. Stay strong, stay sharp, and never stop growing.